Refin It Up is extremely happy to announce our new partnership with PSL City Tickets. You could follow them on all social media platforms at PSL City Tickets. And stay tuned as we will have tickets to give away for sporting events, including tailgating. Visit pslcity.net to get the best tickets in your city today.
Now, it's the hottest podcast in the world. From WWE to TNA by way of the NWA. It's referee Brian Hebner, legendary WWE referee and Mr. Refin Rant himself, Jimmy Corderas, and OVW and TNA senior official Daniel Spencer. It's time for Refin' It Up.
Welcome back to Refin' It Up. I'm RJ. Daniel, Brian, Jimmy, how we doing, guys?
Actually, I'm doing pretty good. Took a nap before jumping on here. You know, those 4 a.m. MRIs. People will say, why the hell would you do it at 4 a.m.? I'll tell you a couple of reasons. A, driving to the hospital, there's nobody on the road, so you don't have to deal with the idiots out there who either just got their license or they bribed somebody to pass their test or whatever it is. Second of all, there's no lineup at the hospital. There's nobody there. They take you right in. Guess what? Half an hour, you're done. See you, bye. Go back home. Take a nap.
Even better.
I hear that, Jimmy. I definitely hear that.
Yep.
By the way, I'm doing a lot better, guys. This is not going to be sad. It's already been sad. It's over with. But I had to put my dog down this past weekend, and really, really rough. I would say 2 to 3 days. Still feel the effects, but I go back to what my veterinarian told me, and she said that thank God that she gave you 14 years of all the pleasures for not only you, but your family. And most people don't get that out of your type dog. So I'm rolling with that, boys, and I'm ready to move on and look up to higher grounds.
Yes, sir. I'm on the road again, heading to Minneapolis, Minnesota for Impact Live this week, as well as TV taping. So,
Nice.
so if I cut in and out, you'll know why. I'm on the road.
Well, you're in Minnesota. Go for it.
ODB. That's a good one. ODB told me she's going to be there.
ODB will be here. ODB's doing her and Big Al are doing the meet and greets. And they'll have those one of the nights, for the fans. So yeah, ODB will be there.
Maybe she can crash her truck into the ring that she's always wanted to do.
So there you go.
Kurt Angle it. So, and speaking of Gophers, I have to follow up, Jimmy. How is the raccoon situation at Casa de Corderas?
Well, I've taken some measures, and so far so good. And if that doesn't work, I'm camping out outside at night, all night if I have to. And guess what? I'll take care of business if I have to.
Interesting.
What measurements?
Smoke them if you got them.
Well, actually built kind of like a wall. I know they can climb it, but I also sprayed it down with some liquid cayenne pepper mix that I concocted. Bought some stuff. The stuff probably doesn't work, but I bought it anyways. Some stuff called Critter Ritter. Sprinkle all over the place. And again, so far so good.
Excellent. Let's see what happens next week.
Yeah. If you hear me cussing next week, you know what happened.
Got it.
Probably was online too long. But anyways, guys, we are going to, be the four of us this week and looking forward to it. Talking a little current state of professional wrestling this week. But until we get into the gist of that, let's get to our first count right here on Refin' It Up.
Talking a little wrestling.
This is your one count.
This past weekend, gentlemen, we had the Clash in Paris before the largest draw in arena history of 30,343 fans. Brian, you've been overseas a number of times between WWE and I believe with TNA as well, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We were going back and forth throughout the pay-per-view, the four of us, and you were saying that how Paris has not had a WrestleMania by now is absurd.
I just think that the fan enthusiastic and how much they're into it. How does Saudi Arabia get one before them? I mean, it's crazy to me. And you had even sent back to me, maybe it was the size
Saudi
of
Arabia hasn't got a WrestleMania.
I'm
Did they
sorry.
get a WrestleMania? Saudi Arabia? Did Saudi Arabia get a WrestleMania? I didn't know about that.
No, rumor is that they're going to get one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And what I'm saying, why would they, even if a rumor, go to them as opposed to someone that's been there forever for them? They're just over the top. And we're going to talk about some fans mobbing people in a minute, but in a few. But I just think that you should reward people that pay their hard-earned money and are into your product as well as they are. I mean, I just think that. And I don't know if this is the largest venue that they could go to in Paris, because that's something you had said, RJ. Well, maybe they don't have a building big enough.
Yeah.
I mean, 30,000 is still pretty damn good. You do 2 nights, you're talking over 60,000 people. I mean, that's
Right.
pretty damn good. But don't get me wrong, it would be a attendance setback for them to do it in that building. But hey, it wasn't always in these open door stadiums that are 60 and 70,000 people. So I don't know. I just think that you should reward these marvelous people and wonderful fans to a Mania.
So I just looked it up. Point of reference: the largest arena in France is the Paris La Défense Arena, Europe's largest indoor venue capable of holding up to 40,000 people for sporting events and 45,000 for concerts.
Okay. How about a stadium?
So, like I said, it was one of those things too, was the fact that I mentioned in retort of that was I think the UK would be the first one, at least in Europe anyways, to get a WrestleMania simply for the fact of Wembley Stadium. But so let's see here. So
especially Wembley Stadium, I'm thinking that's something that would be on the bucket list of breaking a record for.
Right.
You
Well,
know what
that's
I mean?
true. I do. I do.
But then again, like you said, Brian, you're asking why. It's a rumor, like you said, why Saudi Arabia would possibly be getting a WrestleMania before someone like a Paris, someone like a UK, or something like that. There's only one reason that would happen.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be it.
Money.
I looked it up.
Money.
Largest stadium is I want to say Stade, Stade de France Stadium, and it held the let's see, the 1998 World Cup and the 2008 Summer Olympics. And it holds a reported for football and rugby over 81,000.
There you go. Ding,
And
ding,
for
ding.
athletics is just over 77,000.
And I guarantee they'd sell that motherfucker out.
Probably. So there you go.
But remember, the way they do WrestleMania is 2-night event.
Yes.
Now, granted, they did do 2 nights there for Raw, for the PLE as well as Raw, but you're talking one was 30 and the other one was 20. So, to keep it at 70, 80,000 each night, you would get a lot more people to travel for it, but you would it would be rough for sure. Because you won't have as many. You would have to hope that most of Europe travels to it, because not many from the States would, where it's the opposite. You have more from the States and not many from Europe go to WrestleMania when it's in the States. It's kind of a catch-22.
Mm-hmm. I just want to hear RJ pronounce the name of that stadium again.
Stade A. That one?
I think it's French. I'm sure
It's Stade de
There you go.
something.
There we go.
Study
Big, big
difference.
juicy.
My translator's not here tonight, so I can't.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Uh-oh.
Richard, our favorite Corderas could pronounce it very well.
Yeah, she's visiting her aunt right now. She made her some soup. So
Or on.
Oh,
Either way.
I got nothing. There's not really any good transition from this, but anyways, guys, Jimmy, we saw a lot of great. You mentioned the fans. They started off hot with Roman and Bronson Reed, that is. But what was one of your takeaways as a whole from this pay-per-view, or PLE, I should say?
For the entire pay-per-view, obviously you
I
can't.
know he's going to steal it from me. I know he is. Damn it!
What?
You kicked it to him first. Go ahead.
No, go ahead then, Brian. I'm
No,
cool with
nope,
that.
nope. I want to see if we're on the same wavelength.
No, okay. Obviously, the crowd. You got to give it to the crowd.
Okay,
They
that
were
wasn't
with
it.
it. They were, but the opening with Roman and Bronson Reed, first of all, I thought was a great choice. You want to start off hot. What do you say? The two most important matches of a pay-per-view or PLE are the opening match and how you end it. And we'll get to how it ended, but the opening, let's start there. A lot of people online complaining, oh, I can't believe it. The entrances took too long and the match was so long. And then the aftermath was so long. But guess what, guys? It all meant something and it was all good. And it was presented, the beatdown afterwards is what I remember the most from this, because I know a lot of people are going to say, well, there they go again. What did that do for Bronson Reed and blah, blah, blah. He had a hell of a match with Roman Reigns, and I don't think Roman Reigns gets enough credit for being as good as he is in the ring
I
at
agree.
the little things. Forget he doesn't do I'm going to do it for you, Brian. He doesn't do the twisting, burning 450 hammer Phoenix splashes, but guess what? He doesn't have to. And for everybody who says Bronson Reed lost some steam from taking and eating the pin, afterwards, nobody even remembers that.
Mm-mm.
All they remember is Tsunami on the backboard being carted out. All they remember is Braun Breaker running across the announce tables and spearing him through them. That was all presented so well. And the fact that it kept going on and on didn't take away from it. It added to it. I thought it was really, really well presented.
Yeah, it was one of those things, guys, that, like you said, Jimmy, they're not going to remember, or not too many people will remember how the match finished, but they'll remember Bronson, taking him out, putting him on the bed. Basically, Roman doing the stretcher job.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Bronson can say. He's like, oh, yeah, I might have lost the match, but I walked out. Roman didn't.
Yeah, there you go.
So I have a question for you all before I go into the point of view I want to make about the pay-per-view. But anyway, what the fuck is Donnybrook? I know I'm stupid. So enlighten a stupid guy to what the fuck a Donnybrook is. By the way, whatever it is, they killed each other. I liked it. I loved it. But what is Donnybrook? What is that?
It's I believe it is a British term for a brawl.
Brawl.
An all-out brawl.
A brawl. Okay.
It is technically, according to Google, and you see everything online, it's true. It's actually Australian.
Oh, is it?
It is a scene of uproar and disorder or a heated argument. It's the origin is a mid 19th century from the name of a suburb of Dublin, Ireland, formerly famous for its annual fair.
I thought it was named after a UK guy, Donnie Brook.
That one makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
But-
Well, I'll go ahead, Brian.
That's all right. I'm finishing up right here, and then I'm kicking it to you, Daniel. How good is Logan Paul, folks? That's all I can tell you.
Jeez.
How good is Logan Paul? All you haters can basically fuck off. The guy shows over and proves over and over again. I know he shouldn't be, but he damn sure is that damn good. That loss to Cena didn't mean a damn thing. It was a good match. And for a guy that can slow down to a pace to where Cena works and has only been in the business, I don't even know, I had it for a minute for a cup of coffee.
I think
Logan
that was
Paul?
his 23rd match or something like
Right.
that.
That's nothing. That's nothing. And what I'm saying is people have to start giving him his props. And you know what? And if they don't, that's fine because he loves embracing all that hate anyway. He's just amazing. And I really, really thoroughly enjoyed that match and thought to me it was the highlight for myself. I'm not saying it was the best match. It was the most exciting I was looking for. So
He's been in WWE for 3 years.
3 years. It feels like 3 months. But
say it, Brian. It was the best match of the night.
okay,
I thought so.
I thought so too. I'm just saying, how good is he? Someone please dispute me. I know you can't on this panel because y'all know what you're looking at. But any fan that's out there and you're listening to this show, dispute me on Twitter that this guy does not have that it factor.
Or dispute me.
No. Well, you're better off disputing me, but you could yell at Jimmy if you want. But that's up to y'all.
Sure.
Well, that
Unblock me
leads
and come at me.
that basically sets up right into my point is that this is a bold statement right here, but I'm going to say it. John Cena is by far the most over wrestler in the history of wrestlers. It's amazing. He by far is the GOAT. I know everyone's been knighting him the GOAT. I officially knight him the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. And I don't care what anybody says. Prove me wrong because just watch that match. You can't prove me wrong by just watching that match alone. So there you go.
I agree with you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing I can say.
Well, but Jimmy, you mentioned it. I believe forgive me, I don't remember which day it was with your Refin rants, but it's the little things
Right.
that he's doing. I don't want you to give it away if you don't want to, but you can be as vague too. But what are those little things that you're noticing that he's doing Logan Paul, that is doing the right way?
The thing that Logan Paul gets that a lot of guys don't get is the in-between stuff, in-between moves, how you react, how you interact with your audience, and how you get them to buy into what you're selling and to react to everything. That's one of the little things that he does that he gets that 90% of the rosters on any brand don't get because some of the guys are just wired to go, get your shit in. Hold on, I haven't got this in. And he is able to, like Brian said, slow down his pace, which is like refreshing to see because John Cena slowed him down. And not because John couldn't hang with him. John knew what he was capable of, but he, basically figured out that he needs to slow down to tell that story. It's a different match between him and someone like a Cody Rhodes. It's a different match between Logan Paul and a Roman Reigns or whoever. Pick a guy. CM Punk. Pick a guy.
Yep.
With John Cena is a master storyteller in the ring. And he was the general in that match. He guided him. I know a lot of people are like, he controlled. John Cena told him what to do. Guess what? He didn't tell him what to do. He was reminding him, okay, here's what we're going to do. Take it down, slow down. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to sell over here, mess with the people, whatever. And he's able to take direction too. And he doesn't do it with a boo-boo face.
Right.
No.
Some guys, don't tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing. No, you don't know what you're doing. Sometimes someone has to tell you what to do.
Well, but the thing is, though, guys, and we can move on after this to in my next topic is if Logan Paul wasn't as trusted as he is with the company, the higher ups, whomever, he wouldn't have matches with Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, John Cena, AJ Styles. If they didn't trust him, they didn't think he could work with them.
Well, it's not only that. It's not just that. I mean, yes, he's trusted. Don't get me wrong. You're the part of that. But you got to remember the key to work with all those people is you also got to be a star. You can't they're not just going to throw, he's a great worker. Let's put him in there. Let's put him in there. Roman Reigns and John Cena and AJ Styles and all these guys. No. He's a star. He's a draw. So let's also put him with that because he can go toe to toe with those guys. He's athletic. He's amazing. He gets it. He understands. He's a draw. He's a star, and he's got all those things. I'm telling you, Logan Paul. I mean, there's a quote that he said, and I believe he's like this. Like, you call John Cena greatest of all time. I believe I can be that one day too. They're going to call me that. There's the only negative thing behind Logan at this point is that he's not a full timer, and he'll be hard. It'll take him a long time before he gets that accolade because he's got to pretty much go on the road all the time, even when they go back and do live events. But for sure, Logan Paul is a star, and he's proven, just like Brian said earlier. If you don't believe, if you can't argue because just watch that match and look what he does, and he's basically. I mean, how long was this match? Like 35 minutes? I mean, it was unreal.
But it didn't feel like it at all.
It didn't feel like that at all.
no.
No, it did not. No, it did not. And if anybody's allowed to go over their time too, John Cena. So shout out to him.
Last thing I want to say. Sorry, RJ.
Yeah.
Daniel and Jimmy, you'll get this. What I'm saying. I just don't think that anybody, and you may have alluded to this as well, Jimmy, and maybe I'm saying it over again. No one transitions like him anymore.
Right.
And no one sells from the transitions like he does. And he allows talent to sell.
Right.
It's just unbelievable where he's at in just a short period of time. But I sorry, we've
I'm
shout out to Shane Helms.
Yes,
that too.
Yeah.
And guess what? Shane Helms was good at that shit too.
Yeah, he was.
and to everybody out there who complains, but he's stealing so and so's move.
So
Guess what? He's not stealing anything. Everybody's borrowed something from someone in their career. Well, look at John Cena. He did a Styles Clash, an homage to AJ Styles in the match, which I thought was really cool, and shouted him out. They're just jealous that he does a buckshot lariat better than anybody else.
Right.
Yep.
Even MJF says so.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Interesting.
He did. Put it out there.
But Daniel, man, one thing, and we'll move on to the next topic, but you said star. AJ Styles, man. He had these fans in the palm of his hand, man.
AJ Styles? Oh, 100%. I mean, he's, phenomenal. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, it's man, that's I'm telling you, if anybody can come close to being over like Cena, was definitely AJ the other night. But man, he had him in the palm of his hand, and it just goes. I mean, it reminds me of I just saw him a couple months ago on his anniversary. He had those guys in the palm of his hand as soon as he came out. He knows what he's doing. He has the aura about him that. So that's the other thing. There's so many people that have, and I'm backtracking a little bit. We're still talking about AJ, but you have so many that have no aura. You have Roman Reigns, CM Punk, John Cena, AJ Styles. It like oozes out of you, star power and who you are, and just and AJ's on that. And what's funny is that you kind of saw it all back in his TNA days. He just needed the platform, and he's got it. And man, is he? Again, I hate to use this terminology, but it is true. He's phenomenal. So.
Yeah.
I just don't understand this, guys, though. And maybe it's me. Maybe it's because I'm such a mark for AJ.
Yeah.
But like, do they not see this? Like, wouldn't
they see him?
I know, but he continues to job out. He has gotten no significant wins. He's never in the spotlight for him to get over more, if that's even possible. I know a lot of people will say, well, Dominic, it's too early for him to lose, da-da-da-da-da. But on this past Monday's Raw, I was so hoping, like I do every match I watch of AJ, that he would go over. It would have been awesome where they were at. But I get the too early for the Dominic thing, but so what? He could win it back.
But here's the other thing too. AJ doesn't need to win the title. He's you know what I'm saying? Like that's the argument I would have there. And that Dom kind of needs the title at the moment. And I think AJ will get it from him. I think it will happen. That's where they're leading to. It's the chase, right? But AJ doesn't need it. He'll still come out next week on Raw or even SmackDown or wherever they bring him out at again. and he'll still have that same presence and same aura and same, he'll still be over because he's AJ Styles.
You keep burying him. You keep burying him, though. We'll keep making him job out. We have a
But he's not losing straight up. I mean,
no. He's not. He didn't.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
technically not being buried. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
Right.
And
wrong
he's
word. You're right. Wrong word.
He is bulletproof though. You can't hurt AJ right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it showed this past Monday on Raw. All through that, I don't know how it works for Netflix in the States, but it was during a break where he did his entrance and he was in the ring and they chanted for the entire 3 minutes and change
Yeah.
through that break.
Well,
Yeah.
we in the United States, we only see when it comes back up and they're still doing it. You get to see the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
What?
Yeah.
right through the
Yeah.
break, and we have this little countdown clock in the corner that counts it down to when they come back live.
Well, we have a clock.
And guess what?
Yeah.
and I got to give props. I got to give props to Wade Barrett and Michael Cole, because while that chanting was going on for 3 minutes and change, they didn't say a word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just let the people speak, unlike other people who'd be talking over it. Oh, this is great. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Oh, look at this. They didn't say anything. I love it.
Exactly.
But Corderis, we do get the clock in the corner, but it just lets us know when we're coming back live.
Oh, you do get the clock, but you don't get the actual what's going on during the break.
Yeah, it'll say 2:59, 57.
Oh, you're
So-
missing some great stuff, man.
No, we
You
don't
guys
get
should
that.
complain about that shit.
Well, your tariffs are coming, motherfucker.
I got to tell you, because some of the stuff we see with the New Day and people that come in and they do like interviews in between.
We need a VPN. We need a VPN sponsorship. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
just ask
saying.
Steph.
There
She'll
you go.
tell you. Oh, wow.
Jimmy, we saw the debut last weekend, this past Saturday, I should say, excuse me, of a Real American Freestyle in Cleveland, Ohio. And this
One more
is-
thing. Before we go to that, we're back on Clash of Paris, right? Are we going back to that? Or are we done with that?
No, you can go back to it. Do it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So one thing I want to say this, the finish of the main event, we did talk about that. The finish of the main event, have Becky part of the vision, but all I'm going to say is this, I'm just leaving it like this. She's coming back, guys. She's coming back. What's happening?
There
you go.
Things that
Who
make
is
you
she
go,
that you're referring to?
Is it the same letters?
She can be phenomenal, I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure she'll light it up wherever she goes.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
See, because my brain works overtime, I have this thing all laid out for what happens if it's her.
And by the way, I don't know if you caught this, but I caught it at the very beginning of the match. I was like, that was odd that he did that. He yelled, CM Punk yells right into the camera, "Hey, April and Larry, I'm bringing the goat home to you." He's never said that before in the camera.
Right.
Why would you say that?
He also grabbed a sign.
Mm-hmm.
He did. He made it a little personal.
Right. And then on Monday night, after getting paintbrushed,
Yeah.
goes back to Adam Pearce and says, "Where's SmackDown on Friday?" Chicago. And then got that smile on his face. He said, "Okay." Now, okay. Can I throw a scenario out there if you guys don't mind?
Sure. Yeah.
Please.
If it is her. So let's say it is her. He introduces her on Friday Night SmackDown. They set it up, going to WrestlePalooza intergender tag match. Husband and wife versus husband and wife.
First time ever, by the way.
I guess it is. I'll let those researchers figure that one out. For me, it doesn't matter. I think this is a great matchup. But what if for the ending of that match, Punk's partner at the end turns on him, costs him the match. After the 1, 2, 3, she leans over and says to him, "Next time you need help, why don't you ask your girlfriend?"
Man.
That's
Jimmy.
But that's so good. But there's no way they would think of that.
Well, they listen to this show, guys. Yeah,
Apparently.
you can have that
Man,
one. You can have that one.
man.
Interesting. I guess we'll have to wait and see on Friday then. So tune in to SmackDown wherever you get SmackDown, whether it be the States or abroad.
And hold on, and it goes, and with Jimmy's point though, they can go back to a Becky Lynch tweet from about 6 months ago or whatever it was.
Right.
Do you remember that tweet? She deleted it. She deleted it within like 6 hours.
What was it?
She showed a picture of them two together wearing the same outfit and said, "Oh, how cute," or something about that. And yeah, so
Well, we've seen also on the WWE show, the Unreal show,
yeah,
that they do have a good, mutual respect for each other and friendship.
yeah.
Now, Jimmy, tell our listeners who we're talking about so they know. Because, I mean, we're not really saying much unless you want to keep it that way.
No, I don't know. I like leaving it a little ambiguous and let them figure it out.
Okay.
And for the record, it's all just fun innuendo, rumored innuendo crap. This is not really happening. I don't want to, we're connected to the business, but we know for a fact this is just what goes online, and they just going to lean into what they say online. Not that it's a real thing.
Oh, absolutely not.
It's 100% to be a storyline and 100% be all, just like Dom is actually married and not with Liv. So, but the world doesn't know that. So there you go.
Right. Like I said, Jimmy, we saw the debut, American Freestyle, Real American Freestyle. Pardon me. This is the brainchild of one Eric Bischoff and the late Hulk Hogan, where they did a hell of a draw for the show in Cleveland. The numbers I saw have pretty much outdrew some AEW shows.
Yeah, it's a different. I didn't see the. Okay, full disclosure, I didn't watch it from start to finish. I caught bits and pieces of it, and it's basically like amateur wrestling. But it seems like, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, that some of the actual amateur wrestling rules are laxed.
Yeah,
They are. It's not like complete. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't. Because there's certain things in freestyle wrestling you absolutely can't do.
Correct.
But they were doing it here, and again, I wasn't brought up to speed on it. I just wanted to catch it to see what it was all about. Is this a work? Or is it? I hate the. Oh man, I hate this term. It drives me insane. Is it a work shoot?
Honestly,
which is no such thing. If it's a work, then it's a work. It's no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Honestly, Jimmy, I think that they're laxing the rules in hopes that something will happen and becomes a shoot to get attention. If that makes sense. So in other words, if me and you are told to go in there and we're going to grapple and you get overzealous to me and literally kick me, right? And you're not supposed to do that. Well, I'm going to retaliate, right? Just like you would. Well, what happens after that? It becomes a shoot. I just don't. I think it's setting up to be a possible. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know.
So what you're saying, you can work yourself into a shoot, but
correct.
There's no such thing as a work shoot.
Well, there's not, but there kind of is in a way with that type of not so much in wrestling, but in that there could be. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, maybe it's one of those things you got to wait and see too, because I don't think I did check out their website and they haven't really broadcast or published when their next show is. I think they're probably just doing this one show, see how it goes, and go from there. And I think they got something here, to be honest with you.
Now, let's be fair about this. You said something about them outdrawing AEW. This is their debut show.
Sure.
So more people are going to come to see it because it's the debut. So I think they had a little over 3,000, something like that, RJ.
I'm looking it up right now.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. It was 3,000 something, or right at 3,000. But what I'm saying is it's not fair to beat up on AEW when this is a debut of a new product People are curious, so the curiosity sells tickets. You know
And
what I mean?
also, they're in a residency right now in the building that it can't hold more than 1,000 people, anyways. Right? So it's not.
Right.
So they're gonna outdo them
Right.
currently.
So
Yeah.
those are the haters online saying they outdrew them that they did in 2 nights for Collision and Dynamite. I mean, okay, guys, they can't fit enough people in there to equal that amount anyway.
Right.
So let's be fair. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no doubt. They did, let's see here. As of the 25th, which is when they did it, their setup was for 3,882. They, according to WrestleTix, they just that's not right either. Never mind. I apologize. But like I said, they did a little bit over the 3,000. So,
That's good.
3,200, pardon me, 3,200.
Okay.
Especially considering this is a new concept for a lot of people,
Yeah.
and a lot of curiosity factor, and some names attached to it.
right.
Yeah. Well, right. Uh, Brian, we also saw a bunch of, not the best type of news that we've seen involving some WWE talent overseas with fans just mobbing them, man. All three of you have been in the business a long time, a good amount of time, I should say, excuse me. And Brian, when is enough with some of these fans, as I use air quotes, in public with some of the talent?
Well, I'll say this. WWE should have been smarter about this, and then they did get smarter as far as putting security with these guys and girls when they went somewhere after the fact. Rhea Ripley got mobbed as she tried to get into an Uber. I saw the video online, and it was pretty disturbing to me because I mean that's just awful. And people that are fans don't see it because they're part of the act. They think, you know what I mean, like, and so, but you're not part of the act when they're in their privacy and they're trying to go Uber and try to see the town they're in and sights and sounds and all that kind of thing. I had a rule for me. I had a rule when I always flew early, especially going home. And the last thing I want to do, and I'm not a top tier talent at all. I'm not even really, to me, I wasn't even a talent. I was a referee. But obviously I got recognized and things like that. But I don't want to sign your autograph in the airport when I'm dead ass tired. I want to get something to eat and I want to catch my flight. I don't want to sign your shit. You know what I mean? And usually it's the shit where it's a card and you have 5 of them and all you want to do is pawn them and make money on them. I have no problem stopping and signing autographs at any other point. I've done it for years. I used to do it at intermission when I was with TNA and me and my dad were there. We used to sign t-shirts every intermission until every fan got done. I used to do the world title and take photos with everyone. I have no problem with that stuff because I think the fans deserve that. But you don't deserve to come into our private life and make us feel uncomfortable. That's the part that I just think that is ridiculous. I think it needs to stop. I think that maybe there is more security that's needed, especially in the WWE, where their wrestlers are so over, and they're in another country where they don't get to see them much, and they're going to mob them. And I think that this Rhea Ripley thing kind of set the tone for, all right, when these guys and girls go places, they got to be secured. So that's my take on it. I mean, I'm not mad at the fans because they don't know, and there was no security anyway. It was just they had to have a little respect. That's all. Own their privacy. That's it. Otherwise, it's our job to take care of you as fans. I mean, I've always been told that when I started the business. Jimmy, I'm sure you've been told the same thing. Mm-hmm. Daniel, I'm sure you've been told the same thing. Your last autograph that you ever give, that's going to suck at some point, right? Because then nobody cares about you is the way we look at it. So, but just the mobbing part like that on your own times, I don't know, little too much, if you will.
Jimmy, I want to word this the right way because I don't want to, make funny because of back in your day.
Oh God.
Well, I guess
What?
we need a producer and host, guys.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, there you go.
RJ's last day.
You,
I'm making a trip to Rochester right now.
you can email the new producer at biteme69@yahoo.com. No, but seriously, you've told us the story about driving with Andre from the airport to the venue, Hogan from the airport to the venue. Obviously different times, but how would the guys back in the day done it differently? Would they get a little bit physical?
No, because back then I don't recall very often where they would get mobbed, excuse me, to the point where their private space was invaded, if that makes sense. I mean, when you see a guy like
Yes.
Andre, you're in awe, first of all, and you're like, oh, you're going to think twice. Do I approach him? Do I even go there and ask? You know?
Right.
So unless you're an idiot drunk in a bar and you want to go up there and test yourself against him, and that's a different story altogether. But it felt like fans were more aware of. I don't know if it was a fear factor, because back then a lot of those dudes looked like they could, take out a
Hurt ya.
house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But I didn't experience it a lot back then. I think as time went on, and especially with the advent of these damn things, where everybody's got
Yeah.
a phone and everybody wants to get a picture done, everybody wants to get as close as they possibly can to either get a picture or even get a selfie without asking. They're just moving in with their phone and trying to grab a picture and like crowding your space.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's that respect factor of respect of your space and not even asking. It's like automatically assumed that, oh, you're a superstar. Guess what? I'm your fan, so I get to come over there and get a picture with you. I get to come over there and invade your space. No, you don't. That doesn't give you carte blanche to get in there and get in their face.
You know what, Jimmy? Something that just hit me right in the head as you were talking, and you're making a lot of sense when you say this, and I think this is what it is. And I'm not trying to beat up on today's generation. I don't think people were scared. I think they were intimidated back then, but they had respect because the world was that way. Everyone's I don't give a fuck now. All these young folks that don't give a fuck. It's all about clicks. It's all about what I can do to be famous. Let me get a picture with this person. Let me get a video with this person. And I'll do it at any cost. There were people I saw getting drug off and out and away from these people, from the talent. I just think the generation has changed and people don't give a shit. I really believe that. I mean, Daniel, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a very crazy situation. Like we've recently have had some issues at TNA. We've had to take care of them and things like that. And it's like, guys, we're there's nothing wrong with asking for autographs during certain times. But certain times it's like it's off limits. Like you're done. Like my thing I used to always do is, and luckily I've heard interviews or saw read books years ago where if I see somebody eat in a restaurant eating, when they're eating, don't talk to them at all. Let
I
them
agree.
be. Don't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they're done eating and they're leaving, that's when you can approach in a nice, respectful way and ask for a picture, ask for whatever. This is nowadays, everybody, like you said, Jimmy, everybody has a camera, but years ago, no one had. You had cameras. It was kind of weird. You have a camera on you, but you ask for whatever you get. Then if they say yes, you take the picture, and that's it. Thank you. So thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Blah blah. Move on. The people that show up with the chairs and the booklet where they're just scrolling through pictures and they're getting everything. It's like, dude, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, stop. Like, you clearly are out seeking people. And I was one of fan. And here's the thing: I was once a fan doing that too. But here's how I did it: I showed up early at the arena in the back where they came in and yelled and waved them. I had them come to me and sign. I didn't go to the hotel. I didn't go to Waffle House. I didn't go to, you know, the airport. I did it at the venue because that's the respectful way of doing it. And guess what? I got many autographs and many pictures, and and many of them did not come by and do it either. So it's like it happens. That's the way to do it. So if you do it at the arena, I don't care. That's one thing. That's the way it should be. If you do it anywhere outside the arena, unless you happen to run into them at a restaurant, you do the respectful thing, and then you go about your business and let it be. You know. And if they say
Jimmy,
no, they have the right to say no.
I agree. Jimmy, let me ask you a question real quick, and then we'll
Yep.
move into our reference review. How do you feel about the airport thing? Are you in agreement with me as far as that goes? As far as it's your time to catch a flight, grab some food, and make your flight. Do you agree with that, or you think that that's a place where that should be done too? When can you not do it? Is what I'm saying.
See, the airport is a tricky one because guys travel, they're tired, they're burnt out. The last thing they want to do is turn it on for the fans. Do you know what I mean? Because you can't,
Yes.
unless you're certain individuals who like to be a dick to fans, regardless of where they are. That's just the people. That's how they present themselves. They want to come off looking cool by being assholes and stuff like that. But as far as approaching people in the airport, I think that one's a touchy one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you said, they're on their way to somewhere. They're on their way back home. It's
Well, I'll chime in here. I think if you happen to, if a fan has happened to be getting on a plane going home or going somewhere else, and they see someone they know or the wrestler, famous or whatever, going into a different gate or on the same gate or whatever, you're on the same plane. Absolutely, you have full range to do the typical come up to them, ask
Mhm.
for a picture, shake, say hello, ask for autograph, whatever that is, because you're also paid for a plane ticket. You're also sitting there
Mm.
traveling. You're also doing the same thing. But meeting them at baggage claim and stuff that after you can't get past security because you didn't buy a ticket just to try to get autograph,
Right.
that's where I say it's a no-no. But I think
That's fair.
inside security, um, even if you're eating, whatever it is, if whatever that may be, when you're inside that area, you both have paid to be there. So at that point, I mean, granted, they can still say no and still be irritable, like Brian says, I'm tired, I don't care, I want to say no. It can,
Mhm.
but you can also find someone to be like, you know what? Yeah, you're going into the same plane I'm going to. Why not? Take a picture. So
Okay.
yeah, that could
That's
happen.
fair. That's fair.
I actually agree with you with that, Daniel. I really do.
Yeah,
I think that
yeah,
if I'm at my terminal, I'm
yeah,
inside past security, I'm at a
yep,
McDonald's getting something to eat for breakfast and walking, and someone wants to get an autograph, that's totally different for me. I'm talking
yep.
about when you get to the airport and you're not. I've never been mobbed. I'm not going to sit there and lie, so I don't know how that feels. And never will be mobbed. Please mob me. But that would be where I would sit. That is everything I'm talking about. Let me get through
Right.
security, like you said. Let me get
Mhm.
through that, or
Yep.
when I get off my plane, let me get my damn luggage. And then maybe I'll play and flirt with you a little bit. But after that, I want to get to the arena or my hotel and I need to go. I get what you're saying. That makes total sense.
Something else that's been making total sense is our ref and review. So why don't we go up there right now, right here on Reffing It Up?
This is Refin Review.
We talked about the PLE in France, Jimmy, in regards to the show itself. We had some good falsies from a few individuals from the pay-per-view PLE this past weekend. Can you care to elaborate on what you saw from these two individuals?
Well, actually, I'm going to stretch it out to SmackDown too. There were three
Okay.
individuals because I'm going to Bonsai. You get a shout out too on SmackDown. We always talk about false finishes, and they need to be crisp. They need to be to the point where the fans bite, not just react to, oh, I wanted that to be the finish. You wanted them to think, oh shit, I thought that was it.
Right.
And we got a couple of them this weekend at the PLE. Jessica Carr, great job. Danilo, you too. And also, like I said, Bonsai on Friday night. Um, I see a concerted effort from a lot of referees to. I don't know if they've been working on their falsies. I don't know if it's just something that um, they seem to be crisper and they seem to be doing what I like to see from a false finish is getting the people to bite and think that was it, which is
Right.
what a false finish is.
Yep.
Because you're going to have a match, especially now and today, the way matches are leading up to the finish are structured. You're going to get a lot of near falls. I don't like to call every one of them a false finish. I like to call the majority of them near falls, which leads to a false finish. There's a difference that people don't understand. You
Thank
Mhm.
know,
you,
when you
Jimmy.
cover
Thank you, Jimmy.
when somebody covers anybody during the match and it's a two, anything two and beyond is a near fall. But when you're building to that finish and you want people to bite and think that was it, that's a false finish. There's a difference there. And I saw some really good ones and keep up the good work, everybody.
Yeah.
And
Oh
I got to
yeah.
give a shout out too. I'm going to give a shout out to Paul Turner in AEW. He has some nice false finishes as well.
He does. He
I
does,
mean, yes,
which is why that one that we talked about where everyone thought he, messed up the finish. Is like, no,
right.
he saw the shoulder pop up, so he stopped and things like that. He actually has really good false finishes too as well. I
Hmm.
would agree.
And I will say too, I work with Paul, and Paul is very underrated. He's very
Yeah.
underrated.
Yep.
AEW is very lucky to have him. Um,
Is it me? I want to say this right now. Do you think that he's speaking up more lately? Because I see a lot of things in the Paul Turner when Paul Turner's refereeing that probably would have he would have got buried a couple years ago. And I
Mm.
feel like now he's more like he's in a position maybe he feels more confident now where he's like, no, I'm not doing that.
honestly, I don't think he's speaking up. I think that he's earning the respect of being a good official. And
Okay,
I think the boys in the back are seeing that.
got it.
And that's what I truly feel. And I
Right.
think that he's done a good job of earning that respect. I have
Yeah,
nothing. I mean, I have nothing but good things to say about Paul. I
yeah.
really think that
Same
he's,
here.
yes, I think he's a very, very good, solid official. And I would not hesitate to, if I ran a wrestling company, to put him in my main event.
No,
I
Yeah,
think he gets the match. I think he gets the
Agreed.
total match. And I think he knows when to do exactly what Jimmy said, have near falls and false finishes.
yeah.
See, the problem Paul was having though wasn't his fault.
You know what? You're
He
right.
was
Yeah, I
he
agree.
was a
Yeah,
victim. He was a victim of the circumstances around him
yeah,
and them not protecting him. And
yeah.
if he did say something, it was one of those deals where, yeah, don't worry about it, just go along with it, kind of deal. And
Right. Yeah.
if it comes from the top, what are you going to do?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I
Been
mean?
there,
So
done
you,
that, so
yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
yeah. So, but like you said, maybe he has been saying, hey guys, you know, what would it take for one of you to just roll in and break the count
Mhm.
and stuff
yeah.
like that?
Right.
You don't have to be. You don't have to be running around the back with like a chicken with your head cut up. Guys, you're burying the shit out of me out there. Oh my God, what are you doing? Just say, hey guys, it would look a lot better if you guys were, while I'm counting at eight, one of you roll in and roll back out, and then I could
Yeah.
reset the count. I could scream at you for another 10 count before I even start counting.
Right.
Gives
Yeah.
everybody time. There's ways to do it. But
Yep.
anyways, I just
But
wanted to
they,
give him a shout out too as well.
yeah,
Not just
absolutely. Great shout out too. And by the way, Daniel, I would like to compare it like this. And this is a compliment I'm giving you, by the way. It'll sound negative at first, but it will. It will. But I think Daniel's smart enough to realize this is leading to the compliment. But when I was brought back to TNA, it was because the confidence in the referees were not that high. And it wasn't a bad thing. They were completely lost with one official. And you were their next best. And not that they didn't think you were good, but they didn't have what they were bringing in, which was me. And that's not putting myself over. It's just I'm a seasoned vet.
Right.
And on my way through there with working with you, you could see the trust was gained by you, by the boys, and by the actual agents like Tommy Dreamer and whatnot. And before I left, I got these kinds of things, and I'm not even bullshitting you. Moose would come in and say, and this is one example, just give me an example. And Moose would say, well, you don't have my match. And I'm like, well, I have the girls' match because Mickey wanted me to do her match she's going to win the belt for, and yada, yada, yada. And he goes, all right, well, that's cool. I mean, I would rather have you, but Daniel's awesome. So I'll take Daniel. That never would have worked like that before.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's you earning the respect from the boys and your abilities growing and you becoming a really good official. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's where Paul's at right now.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any
Right.
sense.
No, it makes sense. Yeah, for sure. For sure.